Hey, what up, what up? Alright. Guess what? The title was named Freedom to Sleep. We did not sleep. Or we did sleep. We slept all the way until, believe it or not, we slept for 16 hours. I don't know how that's possible. No, 15 hours. I don't know how that happened. This time it was not involuntary. I mean, it was involuntary. It wasn't voluntary. I didn't try to sleep 16 hours. I did not try to force it to sleep 15 hours. I just went. And it just highlights how tired I was yesterday. Um, I don't know. So, hold on, let me try and get the clamp right. Yeah, I was really tired. And then it must have had something to do with just, there's a lot of noise going on yesterday too. So I just decided to just shut it out, I guess, and not get up. Yeah, so here I am. And if there's any sort of karma going around, it's like, for what it's worth, if they're noisy and they know it bothers me, they deliberately do it. They're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot because they don't want to spend time around me. They don't want me to be around. They just caused a situation where I have to be around now because I have no choice but to do what I need to do before I leave. So now I'm awake when they're awake precisely because of their actions. Usually I try to stay away and keep our distance and make sure I'm awake when they're sleeping, and then I'm out when they're not. I'm out when they're active, and then I'm asleep when they're active. But because they fooled around, now we're both active at the same time, and I'm not going to accommodate for them. So they kind of shot themselves in their foot. The only thing that I say is like, what goes around comes around, and you kind of screwed yourself over, right? So that's it, and that's the only 30 seconds I'm going to allow for them to occupy my mind. We're going to go and do fitness right now. So we have another hour of regime that was supposed to be done in the morning. I mean, at the crack of dawn. We were not up, so we're going to do it now. So we're going to start with stretches. And we started the stretches before we actually even began. So it doesn't really matter, but we're going to start stretching anyways. We already started the stretches, and we're going to continue stretching. And then we'll do the endurance, the strength, and everything. Whether they like it or not. Okay, so we'll do that. So with a diamond cut. Hold on for 5 to 10 seconds. Seconds. 5 more seconds. Push down on the elbows. Push down on the knees. Sorry. Using the elbows. Push down the knees. I ate a lot of junk food yesterday. I came back. I said on stream yesterday. I just binged picked on chips and some chocolate because I had an incident. I mean, I did not do as well as I wanted to for first impressions with an employment agency / recruiter. So I was not happy about that. And then that coupled with my extreme fatigue from being on the transit bus for more than 3.5 to 4 hours, I just ended up going there and not taking care of myself very well. In fact, I took care of my body very poorly and ate a bunch of like shitty food before I went to sleep. So that's really bad. So we're trying to purge, long story short. We're trying to get rid of some of that right now. Part of it is just using the washroom very often and drinking lots of water. Actually, let's go drink some water right now. Water. Okay, so drink some water. We have to flush out as much of the sodium as we can, and also work out as much as we can, and take as much of a shit as we can to clear all that sugar, fat, sodium that just unfortunately I pigged out on. That's good. Great. back to fitness. Alright, right angle on the right. Oh, that hurts. Fuck. Right angle on the right. Hold for 5 seconds. Now, carry over laterally and feel the burn. 10% lactate on the left. Hold on, let me throw on tank top so you guys can see what I'm doing. There's no point in watching pillowcase. Okay. Alright. Try to move, clamp a little closer. Now switch over to the left. Right angle. Pull on the extensor. The distal tendon. Distally move closer to the outside. I can feel a burning sensation over there. Especially when I try to flex. Extend my foot a bit. Alright, switch laterally. This will put tension on my right thigh. Yep, I feel now. No pain, no gain, right? Just feel the burn. If I don't feel anything, then I'm not improving. Good. Good. Leg over, cross, elbow on the knees, twist. And I feel on the torso right now. Top right shoulder. Over on my left, crossover, elbow on the knees, spin. I feel that too. Again, pressure on the shoulder, on the torso, I can feel. Shoulder. Okay. So now let's lie down and pull on the legs perpendicular, one at a time. Left leg first. Push down on the knees, make it as straight as possible. Feel the tendons. Feel the ligaments. The tightness. Feel the strain and the tightness and the burn on each of the tendons. Alright, now with the left leg, pull up, push down on the kneecap, make it as straight as possible. Feel the tendons the right, distally, internally. I have to keep my neck down, man. What the fuck? Okay. Down. Now we do the back bend. Should be the last of the lying stretches. Just like that. And we go down. Hands behind. Hands behind to prop up a little bit since the bed is slumping in. I want to be as straight as I possibly can. Alright. Now over. On the heels, but on the heels. Stare down, all the way down. This should hurt. It does hurt, but not where I expect it to hurt, right? It's supposed to be on the back where it hurts, but it doesn't. It hurts actually on the top of my feet. It hurts on the digits, the tendons that control the digits of my feet. Just leave it that way, let it burn. It's not burning as bad as it did before. It says something about improvement. Very nice. Alright. Standing stretches now, right? Get up. Should probably turn on the ring light actually, I realized. Turn on the ring light. Dim it down. Doug dim it down, boys. Down, down, down. There we go. Up a little bit. Okay. Go down, all the way down. Feet together, all the way down. Wait, wait. Some air. 3, 2, 1. Sink. Heels planted, I forget. The heels have to be planted on the floor. Let me see. Alright. Spread a little bit. Down on the left. Legs slightly apart. About a meter. And then over onto the right. Okay. Now just swivel the foot and the ankles. Swivel the foot around the ankles. Try to get as much control as I can. I lost a lot of control over the years as I was working around it. I used to be able to control my foot very well. Oh, it's still there on my right, but I can't control my left foot very well anymore because I just have not been very attuned to controlling my foot. I suppose the movements aren't really that necessary. It's not that important, but it's stunning how much decrease in motor control I have over my foot. It's either inflexible or I just lack muscle control. No. Sad. Alright, the knees. I didn't tie my hair this time, so it looks probably really bad. Alright, knees up, posterior balance. And switch over to the side laterally. And balance. And then over to the back. Posterior. And balance. Black swan. And then, challenge. Close your eyes. And balance. Oh. Ooh. Closing your eyes is hard, huh? Alright. One leg. Again. Right side. Lean back a little bit. Close your eyes. Alright, open. I can't switch. Right here. Great. It's like helping me to get the air, the gas on my system. Sorry. Laterally. Close your eyes. No. Shit. Okay, now posterior. Black swan. Close your eyes. That shit is hard, huh? Closing your eyes and balancing on one foot. Okay. Hips. And forth. Back. And this one around. And at the waist. Hips. Alright, the waist. Swivel back and forth. Twice. As far back as you can. Without too much force. Don't strain your back. Don't sprain your back. If that's such a thing. Now, over diagonally. To the right. Try to lean back this time and do a swing on the elbow. If you're doing a back elbow, before we should have done the back elbow, we should have been doing the arm as well. So let's rotate arms, small circle. No, before that even should do shoulders. Rotate the shoulders. Back. And clockwise. And the neck. Counter and clockwise. Shoulders. Back. Fuck. My neck is so fucked, dude. Oh, damn. My neck posture is so poor. Spine, neck, back, so poor. Alright. Shoulders, neck down. Okay, shoulder, small circles. Parallel, sorry. Both arms. And then single arm. Rotations, wide rotations, 180, 360 degree circles. Clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. Alright, freestyle. Let's practice freestyle movements. Practical movements. Useful, you're going to do freestyle and just draw the water underneath. You know, the back crawl. Back crawl. Right. Okay, now the butterfly. Butterfly. Okay, and it's like this. The frog. The frog is more of a reach. Okay. So we're going to do the frog, but then, you know, we don't really do the frog. So we go to the wall, and we get the posture right. We'll do squat against the wall, heels back, lower back against the wall. Make sure the heels stay planted. Lower back firmly against the wall, shoulders planted against the wall. Reach for the sky, dip to the feet. High as you can, low as you can. Up front, drop, drop, low as you can, heels against the wall, low as you can, sustain, maintain for 5-10 seconds, breathe in, you're shaking too much. Raise. Reach. High as you can. Back against the wall. Head 90-degree angle. Look forward. Reach directly up. Don't arch. Back against the wall. Arms up front. Supination. Drop. And put your legs apart this time. No, don't. Together. Drop. Hold. Low as you can. As low as you can. Lower even. Go lower. Back against the wall. Neck against the wall. Lower. Go lower. Burn, burn, burn. Alright. Wow. The wall squatting thing is something I need to do more often. The whole squats exercises are things I need to do more often. Very weak on the thighs. Very weak on flexibility. I realize around my ankles. I can't go very far down. Part of it is I just have very weak calf and ankle support. So now it's time. Let's do the I guess it's kind of like leg day, whatever you call it. Let's put the weights around. So yesterday we just started with the ankle weights. We start using our wrist weights, binding two wrist weights together so that there's a greater radius, a greater diameter, so that can fit around my calf muscle. And then we wrap up the pants up and over the weights to hold it in place, and it doesn't fly off whenever we do the lifts, the leg lifts. Okay. Let's grab the weights. Let's grab the weights. 2 pounds each, because there's 2 weights here, 2 weights here bound together. 2 weights each. 4 weights together. 4 pounds together, 2 pounds each. 4 pounds. Get a good feel for that. They're just bean bags, so I can toss them back and forth and get a sense what it's like to juggle these a little bit. Okay. Alright. So let's put some weights on around our foot. Okay. Wrap the pants around. Okay, keep it hanging. Wrap the weights around my right foot. Pull the pants above. Keep that hanging. Alright, so like I said, we're pretty weak around the legs. Leg lifts, alright? So we're going to do both at the same time. The only reason why we would do singular is if we put all 4 pounds on one single leg and then we do the lifts. But first we'll do the easier one, which is to have both legs together and lift like that. So 3, 2, well, let's see if we can do 15 at least. 1. Oh, we could do 20. Hold on. Trying to figure out what the proper form should be. Neck straight. Okay. I need to sit higher. Maybe on a chair. Whatever. Extend. Support my back a little bit. Extend. 1. It's like a planking position. 2, 3, 4. Peak. Right, something else different about doing lifts, if I'm working against gravity and lifting up against gravity, the point of greatest tension and muscle contraction for the extensors would be at the highest point from the floor. Therefore, it's not a slow rise and slow descent, rather, but it is to have the highest amount of torque, right? I had to be working against the highest point of pivot. So it's a slow peak, and I'm not sure what the equivalent would be the other way. A slow peak, so you peak, you raise the peak and you're slow at that point, and you maintain it there for a longer period of time because that's where the stress is. And then a slow return. So I think that's the word I'll use, return. Slow peak, slow return. And that is in contrast to the previous exercises where we were training flexor muscles. Because the flexor muscles, you would say slow rise and slow descent. Slow rise and slow descent. For the extensors, you would do a slow peak and slow return. Slow peak, slow return. Right. Let's try that again. Also, another thing to mention down, hopefully get both of these points on Excel, is knuckles behind the lower back, near the tailbone, the cervix, the cervical area is where I should put my arms around the back. It helps with posture too because it pushes my shoulders back, but also most importantly, it keeps my back projected as straight as it possibly can to the front instead of constantly arching backwards to accommodate these lower back exercises. These lower body exercises. Lower body, not lower back. So 3, especially the legs. 2, 1. Straight up. I have to inhale so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16. It's actually difficult. It's actually hard to do it. Damn. Alright. It's weird, man. This feels like a pansy exercise. This feels like one of those like pansy ass ping pong style exercises. Like the ping pong and tennis. No, I can't mock tennis, but I can mock ping pong. Feels like, it feels like a ping pong kind of exercise. It feels like a yoga mat ping pong type of exercise. Very wuss type exercise, but spin this around. Alright, what we've done now is we put 4 pounds, put 4 weights on one leg. So, you ready? Let's do this. Let's do 10. Come on. Left leg. 3, 2, 1. Lift. And since I have one leg down for support, I don't need to lie down anymore. 2. Slow peak. Slow descent. Slow peak. That's 2. Descend. Slow peak. And ascend. Slow peak. Descend. That's 4. Peak. Descend. Peak. Descend. Peak. Descend. That's 6. Peak. Descend. Peak. Descend. That's 8. Peak. Descend. That's 9. Peak. That's 10. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That's 14. Alright. Wow. This is actually, this is what you call lower body work. Alright, okay. Let's take off. Switch over to the right. Okay. Up around the right. We're going to take both off and put them onto the right. Onto the right. flip around. Shit. It's falling apart. Ready? So we'll support the left leg this time. We'll use the left leg for support and support the right, sorry. 3, 2, 1, go. Kick. 2. Slow peak, slow descent. Slow peak, slow descent. Slow peak, slow descent. Slow rise, no, slow descent. Slow peak, slow return. Slow peak, slow return. Inhale, exhale. 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 That's, I think, 10 reps. Let's aim for 15. I can see that there's a clear strength difference on my right versus left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And that's 15. Peak, return. Alright, take out the weights. Or, oh, I don't know if we should take out the weights that much. Hold on, maybe we should keep the weights on. Let's put 2 pounds on each leg and do the leg rise. Alright, we can do that. Leave the weights on. Wrap the pants around. Weights on. Leave the lower of the pants around. Swivel over to the bed. Okay. So what we'll do is, yesterday we had only 1 pound on each leg. Now we have 2 pounds. It's going to be substantially more difficult. So let's get down. Okay. Again, we are trying to burn away as much of that fat and bullshit that we ate yesterday. Okay, sorry, the bed's a little off. Get that sheets right. Alright, so in 3, this stupid box there, man. Stay put. Alright. 3. I don't understand the foot, but we can try to do this again. So in 3, and 2, and 1. It's gonna suck. Hands around the back. 3, 2, shoulders back, neck back, left. 2, slow rise, slow descent. 3, slow rise, slow descent.
this is a lot more difficult, putting on 4 pounds. It's alright. So just say. It's 5. Breathe in, breathe out. 7. Alright. I think it's clear that these weights at 4 pounds together total is more than I can actually sustain at a comfortable level. So tomorrow we might have to just do 1 pound each, or 2 pounds total. I already have enough difficulty doing it without weights actually. Now part of that is because we just did some leg training, so that's probably why we're a little bit weak on the muscles here, but still, even so. Now I'm going to do the half lifts, or as I say, the quarter lifts. But I don't usually say quarter lifts because these are actually quite difficult, even when you have the knees bent. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Kick out. This side. 1, 2, and descend. 3, and kick out and descend. 4, and kick out and descend. 5, kick out and descend. 6, kick out and descend. 7, kick out and descend. Inhale. Descend. That's 9. Recover for 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds. Recovery. And then we've got to do the crunches. Hold on, let's get our neck posture correct. I want to do a half lift with a half leg lift with my neck's properly adjusted. Okay, full leg lift with my legs properly adjusted. My neck always tends to lurch forwards, and then my head involuntarily swivels to look upwards. I'm trying to keep my neck straight, so my spine stays straight. Yeah. Good. All right. Second recovery began just now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Alright, so time for the crunches. Alright. Arms out. Still, when I'm doing crunches, really practice getting your neck posture right. 90-degree angle, looking forwards. 3. Let's do for 30. Add variation, diagonals left and right, slow rise, slow descent, inhale, exhale, breathing technique. Add some elbows, add some punches, hooks, and straights. 3, 2, 1. Oh, and feel the core. Feel the burn, strain your core abdominal muscles. 2. Lift using the core, not the neck. All the way. Oh, gotta get some air out. Again. Core. Slow rise. Slow descent. Rise. Slow descent. Rise. Feel the contractions. Strain. Get the strain your muscle. Don't let the neck and shoulder move forward. It should be all abdominal. It should be all in the abdominals. Not the neck. Neck should be straight. Hold the weights good, come on. Let's try to keep it down. It's 10. 12. 15. Caught some lurching there. Don't lurch. Don't lean forward on your neck. And I'm done already. Or, come on. You can do more. You can do more. Actually, recover in proper position. Arms behind the back. Shoulders behind the back. Neck straight. Back and neck straight. Head looking forward. Careful not to swivel. Do not swivel your head upwards. And 3. Now we've got to do the full back lift. Usually more difficult. So we're going to put the arms We always forget to do the grip strength. There should be grip strength practice. Oh man. So many exercises to practice to improve on. Alright, 3, 2, 1. With 4 pounds in total, right? Remember that. That's the difference here. Let's turn the lights towards us. 3, 2, 1. Hold on. I have to move myself further back on the bed. 3, 2, 1. So that my head doesn't end up being crushed as much. And I'm doing the 3, 2, 1. Hold 5 to 10 seconds. Straight up. Slow descent. And drop down. And again. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Legs straight. Go all the way up. All the way up. Fuck. Hold. Spread the legs. All the way down. Hold in position. Stretch a little bit. I swear this could be like a sex position or some shit. Legs spread apart. Go down. And all right. Okay. We're in the right position to do some. Geez, when I say position now, it sounds. When I'm in the right position now to do some grip strength. Am I? No, not quite. So one more, we're going to do a back bend. Or the back arc. 3. Get some grip. 2. 1. Lift. And sustain. For 5 seconds. 3. Slow drop. And now we're in position to do some grip strength. So now what we do is we put the arms above over to the top of the bed and 90-degree angle. First, kind of like a push-up kind of thing, pull up. We lock our heels around the bottom of the bed. And 3, 2, using the springs of the bed as a counter force, a counterbalancing force. We contract against the springs of the bed, which is very difficult, obviously, because the bed is very sturdy in its frame. 3, 2, 1, grip strength, and pull up. Contract your muscles and pull up as hard as you can, because the bed can maintain you at your peak and can go beyond it. Pull. Just pull as hard as you can. As hard as you can. 3, 2, 1. Pull. Don't screw up your back, right? Don't screw your back. Don't screw up your neck. Keep your shoulders back as much as you can. Sustain your neck as much as you can. Alright, and 3, one last time. 2, 1. And the last time we'll do it differently. So we were at 90 degrees. Now we can move the arms in almost as if you were doing that age-old sit-up that is hopefully obsolete because it doesn't help your neck or your back doesn't help your neck or your shoulders. But here we'll make an exception. We'll do kind of a triceps kind of position. We'll lock our fingers. Wait, no, we don't have to lock our fingers. Just lock them in this triangular motion above our head. And 3, 2, 1, we pull up. Up. As hard as we can. Keeping our neck at a 90-degree angle perpendicular to our neck has to be parallel with our spine. And our head has to be perpendicular to our neck. What we look at. Pull. Maintain 5 seconds. Maintain the strength. Grip strength. Arm strength. Torso strength. Your shoulder, neck. Release. 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 Okay. Release. All right. Now we turn around, we have to do the push-ups. So when we do push-ups, full, and then we're going to do half, or the bent, which is like 1/3. The thirds push-up, thirds up, or the quarter ups, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. That was exhausting. Okay. But the good news is, when you do these pull-up exercises, they actually train the same muscles, the flexors of the arms, the same muscle groups of, generally speaking, of the chest curls. So this is the exact opposite of a push-up. So you should be able to do a push-up just fine after this. You're training different muscle groups. Now the weight is still on my legs, but I'm going to continue with push-ups with the weight on my legs. 3. Keep them at 9-degree angle. I notice my arms for push-ups are too far up. Should be further down. 3, 2. Not bad, we did 9 push-ups. Full. Now we do halves. 3, 2. Breathe in. Very good. We did it nice and slow this time, really feeling the strain and really trying to get the right form for both the full push-ups and the quarter, as I say push-ups, but I realize now I can no longer call those quarter push-ups quarter ups, because the fact is they are actually quite difficult now on their own. Because now that I'm getting the form and structure, and I'm actually doing more reps at full push-ups, it's hard for me to do more half ups or quarter ups, because the quarter ups, those are exercises I perform after the full push-ups, immediately afterwards. So it depends, it's directly dependent. The number of reps I do on the quarter ups is directly dependent on how many full push-ups I could do. And the more full push-ups I do, the fewer quarter ups I could do. So it becomes very difficult for me. It's hard to get more quarter ups after I do a large number of push-ups, which makes a lot of sense. What that means is the quarter ups are actually really hard to perform. It's hard to get a lot of reps of quarter ups. It's actually not easy, so I should stop calling them quarter ups. I should call them half push-ups, because they are actually pretty difficult on their own after I do a lot of full push-ups. Let's call them half ups. Yeah, it is actually quite hard. Alright, so what now? We've got to do the chest curls. We've got the dips. And we've got the lats. I hear more stupid ass noise outside. People are still gossiping and bickering over stupid shit. I don't know, man. Let them do it. They have fun doing that stuff. All our power to them. So let's turn over to the back. And maybe we'll do the lats first. Yeah, the bed, when it's in posture, when the bed is formed this way, I could do the laterals first. Yeah, let's do the laterals. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Lift with the abdominals. Tired as they are. Good. Easy, 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 right? Easy. So take off the weights from the legs. Thanks, folks. Alright. Alright. So let's do the laterals first, actually. I'm gonna push the chair away. Let's move the ring light back, as well as the chair back. Give us some space. Chair and the light against the walls. Now we have space for both the laterals, the back lifts, the laterals, as well as the dips. Let's drink some water first. Some oat protein. Sounds so nasty. Oat. Okay.
I should refill the water. I'll come back up after refill the water. Alright, so lie down. Ready? So I cheated a little bit. I got some protein in me and sugar. It's fine, whatever. Let's get the textbooks. I mean, obviously it's not really cheating, right? If you have protein, that's actually good for you. Prior to and after workout, it gives you something to build your body with. Okay, so let's put on the weights first. What am I doing? Getting a position that I haven't even. Getting into position without even. Okay, you know what? We'll start with the dips. We'll do the dips, and then we'll do the back lift. So we have the dip. We can do the dips right now. Last time we ended off with 7. Let's see if we can't do. Let's say we can't do 8. Okay. Knuckles. We'll knuckle down, and since we have the chair away from in the right position, we have against the wall, we have more space. The barrel's not in the way. So let's try to do proper dips with our knuckles down. Dips with the knuckles. And then afterwards, we might do dips with our palms. So that trains different muscles, right? One's with the triceps, one with the biceps. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Slow descent. Slow rise. Slow descent. Slow rise. How did I do it? Palms. Alright, palm dips. Breathe in, breathe out, 15-second recovery. Don't lurch forwards. Don't swivel your head upwards. And don't lurch your neck forwards. Ready? Palm dips. Let's do 4 since we did 8. Oh, totally different muscles. Alright. 8 dips with our knuckles. 7 push-ups. 5 dips with our palms. Those are like with the triceps. Alright, we'll go down for a second. Back straight. So let's put the weights around. Oh, no, we can't. We don't have the strength to do that yet. I would like to, but I was considering putting 2-pound weights on each arm while we do the back lifts, but we don't have the strength for that. We are too weak to do that. Shame for shame. Just kidding. I mean shame, but you know, just don't shame yourself. But you get the idea. All right, weights. Since we're leading this way, why don't we just do that first? We'll start off the right. Oh no, the right arm has more strength. You gotta do the left first. The left arm has a lot less strength, so just we got more space. Take advantage of that space. Don't lurch forward. Okay, turn off the heater, man. Have the heater on. I mean, the heater's not on, but the heater is on, but it's not running. Let's put it that way. Turn that shit off. 3, 2, 1. Lats up, all the way up. Slow descent. Peak. Slow descent. Peak. Slow descent. It's not about how many reps. It is in part. It's about proper form. 7. Feeling the tension. 10% lactate. Feel the burn. It's 10. Strain. 12. Nice. You feel some strain. Not too much strain. Palm down now. Half. Pull on the shoulders. Oh man, that's not good. Don't do the palms. Work on the knees. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Down for recovery. Don't lurch. Don't swivel. You can swivel your foot if you want, but don't swivel. Don't swivel. I do not swivel my head upwards. I'm free to not do things that hurt me. I'm free to do things that benefit me. That shit is tiresome, man. You know what the good thing is, though? We did eat good food yesterday. The bad news is that that food is probably long gone into my my descending colon, large intestine. But we had a breakfast egg McMuffin, bacon McMuffin with a hash brown. That's actually alright. That's decent. With my buddy yesterday. So there was some good food. Some good food. We just fucked it up when we came back. We came back and we ate some fucking bag of chips. Fucked it up there. Alright? But originally we actually did a pretty good job. So hopefully we can build some muscle with the proper protein. If it's still in there. I'm lifting with my arm again. Abdominals. Not the neck, not the shoulder. Right side. Not bend. Alright. 3, 2, 1 with the right. Right laterals. Slow peak. Slow descent. Slow peak. Slow return, sorry. Slow peak. Slow turn. Strain. Decrease. Strain. Decrease. Strain. Strain down. Strain. Feel it. Feel it down at 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Don't look all the way down. Exhale. Inhale. I just let the textbook fly. I couldn't hold it anymore. Next time I'm gonna drop it on the floor. Alright, with the halves, you have no more strength. Support with the knee. Alright? Again, don't look straight down. Don't look up, but don't look straight down. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders. Shoulder up. Strain. slow peak, slow return, peak, slow return. That's 5. Peak, return, peak, and return. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Move the bed further away from against the wall and move the chair and the clamp away from the wall. Give me space to do the chest curls. And shirt up a little bit. Lie down. If there was a place we want more protein, it'd probably be the top.
But I recognize now that my lower body isn't as strong as I thought it was. So if protein goes to my lower body, it's great too, especially the calves and the thighs. Because we can't rollerblade properly, or inline skate as they call it. Inline skating or rollerblading. I like to say rollerblading. Without proper lower body strength. We need lower body strength in order to take the turns of roller skating and inline of rollerblading and inline skating. Lie down.
Ready?
Alright, put the books to the left. Books to the right. And arms out. Oh, I can feel it now. I should do a stretch actually for this. Arms out. Shoulders back. Should probably unplug the. I have to unplug the heater, so she gets in the way of my head.
Let's turn on the lights. Unplug the extension cord.
Fuck. It's not further. I need to go further to the right. And then when they're in flat. These fucking webs. Fuck off. Just to fuck off with these webs, these fucking cobwebs. Get out here. Scram. Spider webs. The last thing I want is spider webs on my textbook. Okay. Alright. Book up. Alright. Book up on my left. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the light's off because I've unplugged. Shit. It's gonna hit the ring clamp, isn't it? I don't want that. Shit's too high. Feel the burn, that's 4. It's 5. Slow descent. Slow rise. Inhale. Exhale. Slow descent. Slow rise. Here comes trouble. Slow descent. Slow rise. Slow descent. Slow rise. Slow descent. Rise. I think that's 8. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're probably going to stop midway. We're at 12 right now. This is 13. It's 14. This is 15. Slow descent. Slow rise. This is 16. Alright, put the arms down, wipe away a little bit of sweat. It's kind of nasty. Nasty ass shit. Get that stuff off my fucking palms. Fuck that shit. Alright, ready? We're not done yet, right? We gotta reach 25, because we usually do 25. Because of this, tomorrow has to be an off day, because we need muscle recovery after this. It's quite intensive today. Let's go again. 1, down, strain. Feel the burn. It's 18. 19. Stretch out to the back. It's 20. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Oh, slipping. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Come on, just 2 more. Book 2. Yes. Okay. Now I'm sweating all over now. It's nasty. Alright. Arms over the chest and we go breathe in. with breathing technique. Okay, so 3, 2. Inhale 4, exhale for 8. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, we have extra weights. Wait. Yeah, we got 2 extra pounds here. We can toss onto our chest. Make it like we're swimming or at high altitudes. Boom, right there. More pounds on our chest. In 4, out 8. Slower. Alright, excellent. Now we have to do the eye muscle. So I say have to, I say I'm free to, we can. So now we can do the eye muscle movements, so the eye exercises. Rotate our eyeballs. When we do this, we probably want a little bit more head support. Hold it a little bit more so that the back of the nape, the bottom of my skull, of my cranium, is just resting on the edge, the very edge of the bed. So I don't have full head support, but just enough that I am looking up straight. And my neck is still, I don't want to provide all the support. The reason why is, I notice if I provide all the support, it kind of allows my neck to lurch forwards. So I just want to provide just enough support so our head is straight, looking straight ahead, but the neck is still encouraged, let's say. The neck is encouraged to stay straight. Alright, eye movements muscle. So this is, we're practicing optometry right now. We're practicing optometry. So we go, okay, to our patient, alright, John, look up to the right. I'm going to shine a little light into your eyes with this tool here. And I want you to look at my right ear. So look at my right ear. I'm going to shine a light into your eyes. We're just checking the optic nerve at the very back of your eyes, the retina. So if you just listen to me, look at my right ear, look up. Very good. To the top right. To the right. To the bottom left. All the way to the bottom. To the bottom right. To the bottom left. Back to the right. To the top right. And up. And again, we'll go in the counterclockwise direction. So we'll go to the left, right, left, top left, left, bottom left, lower left, all the way down, bottom left, lower left, to the right, upper right, top right, and all the way up. So it's like a 12 numbers on the clock. That's just what the coordinates do. Upper left, top left, all the way up to the top, right? And now we just go circulate. Just make it, that was very disconcerted. Now I'm going to do smooth rotation all the way around the periphery. Now what I want you to do is an infinity loop. Sideways 8. Counterclockwise. From the top right to the bottom left. Top right to the bottom left to top right. Now I want you to do a star movement and an 8 pointed star. So if you know how to draw that, you know how to draw it, and just follow through. And now I want you to do the opposite. direction. All right, great. Perfect. And just blink a little bit. Look up, down, left, right, whatever you want to do. Okay, perfect. And I believe that helps with people who have some difficulty. I have a lot of difficulty. Whenever I go to the optometrist, if I'm practicing optometry myself, I have a very difficult time looking into the pressure sensor that detects the eye pressure in your eyes. Usually for example, glaucoma. And then we also have a tool that detects your eye measurements as well, so your prescription. I don't have any difficulty with prescription, most people don't, but there's a machine that puffs air into your eyes to test your eye pressure, and that's the one that I usually have more difficulty with. I believe that one also tests for astigmatism and a little bit of the shape, the corneal shape of your eyes. Okay. So what we can do now is you can get up. I'm going to try something different. Before we get up, we're going to slap the two weights on. We now have like 6-8 pounds on our chest, and we are going to try sitting up with these weights on our chest. It's very heavy compared to a regular crunch, and we have to remember, do not lurch your neck forwards, do not swivel your head upwards, and do not lurch your neck forwards, because that reinforces the S shape. This should be entirely on the abdominal core muscles. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's so difficult. And we will go down again. 90 degree, look 90 degrees straight ahead. Do not swivel your head. Oh, I hear that? All that air in my body, in my intestine. Weighted crunches. Shoulders back. Okay. One more time. Oh, I can't do it. Oh. I need weights to anchor down my legs if I'm going to do this. The weighted crunches, I need anchors on my legs. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. Put the weights down here. Let me put these on my thighs a little bit. Okay, there. Now let's try it. 3, 2, 1. Core, not the shoulders. A little bit down. Okay. There. Not bad. Alright, so the aftermath, what we can do is, let's first of all, let's plug back in the extension cord. As well as the heater. We can plug them in because both the extension cord and the heater has a switch to turn off any electrical current passing through it. We can prevent the wear and tear of the appliances and the wire cables. Let's see. Otherwise, I wouldn't plug it in. You know, if there was no switch and the current was running 24/7, that would eventually wear down the wires. So I wouldn't do that. Okay. All right. Perfect. So we still have to do vocal. I mean, while we're here, we might as well. I really don't care who's in the house or not. Let's just put on the wraps. So we have 2 weights here once again. 4 weights here, 4 pounds. Put it back. Where it belongs. Alright, so we sit up
my hands are sweaty and nasty, so are my feet, but I can't do too much about that right now. So let's stand up and get a drink of water, and then we'll do vocals. Okay, so we'll do we've done a posture check already, but we need to do the vocals, and then active recall, spatial recall. Active recall, space repetition, visual reading, so speed reading, through cluster, chunking words, chunking sentence phrases, sentence structure, and then down the middle, the page middle skimming. Also accents, dialogue, so like British, French, Espanol, the Baltic, Dutch, Armenian, Macedonian, some of those kinds of things, and then a male and female narrator, nonfiction, fiction, storytelling, and of course vocals, whistling, the ahs and ums, vocal fry, gentle cough, lip sputters, left, right, up, down, and all that stuff. And then the core, so like you would with martial arts, keeping the core, tightening of the muscles, having a strong, stable foundation, stable base, thighs, legs, core, chest, shoulders, back, upper, lower, torso, abdomen, neck, and face. Stand up. Drink of water. Alright. So face me. Facing me. Turn on the lights. I'm much more mindful now of how I bend down. Not to bend. Ooh, that's too bright. Not to bend my neck or my shoulders or even my lower back, but my core, my waist should bend. My waist should bend, not my lower back. I should not rely on my spine, not my neck, not my shoulders, not my back, but my core. So the waist should go down. Right. So legs together. Tighten, legs, lower back, core in, back straight, shoulders out. Lower back still has to be straight. I should not accommodate for the lower back. I should not accommodate for the upper back with my lower back. Neck, straight back, shoulders out, chest front, neck up, shoulders back. Shoulders out, and the back straight. Okay, back straight, neck up, shoulders out, chest front. Tighten, lock the entire body, maintain for 5 to 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now part it off a little bit, give a little bit 1 foot wide, and descend a little bit. Like when you're doing Kung Fu, strong base, 45-degree angle, 60-degree angle, like a squat. Tighten. Arms out front, 90-degree angle, shoulders back, neck back, don't change it, lower back, tighten. Extend. Now we're transitioning to a little bit of Tai Chi, right? The 45-degree angle, the base. Slow, controlled movements. Back up. All right. All right, hit off a little bit. Shake it off a little bit. Get some fluidity. So this is a little bit of kickboxing, we're involving a little bit of boxing mechanics. Just shake up your limbs a little bit, back straight, but shake out your limbs. Shake up a little bit. You have to have movement when you're boxing, right? Being flexible, having dexterity, while still maintaining good core and defense. Alright. Now we don't do martial arts in here, right? Because, you know, it'd be crazy loud and we break stuff. We only do that on our runs and routines outside, where we do the runs, we do the jogs, we do the sprints, we do the Muay Thai, Taekwondo, whatever stuff, roller skating, rollerblading, inline skating. All that shit's outdoors, we don't do it in here. But we can do vocals, so vocals. Standing straight, chest from the diaphragm. So we do a gentle cough. Gentle cough. Okay, that's right, that's good enough. Vocal fry. Like The Grudge. Opens your vocal cords. Stick your tongue out. Look at the doctor, at the dentist. Don't care if you look stupid. You're supposed to look stupid. If you're too afraid to look stupid, you're doing something wrong. All right. Look stupid, sound stupid. If you care more about your appearance than the benefit of your body and the overall success of your well-being, then you know you've got your priorities wrong. This opens up the facial muscles. So when you speak to people, you can sort of bellow, right? You have vocal range. Instead of being a little squirrel, like a little squirrel. No, not a little squirrel. You have some projection, audio projecting. Project your voice out there. So when you're doing projections for vocal range, over the mountain, you bellow. So when I used to work at the warehouse, I had a colleague who always used to call us, and we scream back and forth to the warehouse and back, because there was a good sense of camaraderie back then. Not so much anymore, unfortunately. Sad story, but that's all right. So we go, James, right? We would say, and he'd be like, Ahn Rho, or my real name, but I'm not going to give you my real name. Like, Ahn Rho, Ahn, you know, like over. Yeah, so we just bellow across. We'd scream and shout over to the warehouse. So whenever you have to, let's say, speak to someone over a long distance, you raise to be like, over, right? So that's how you do a proper shout. Alright, so vocal fry. The tongue out, the sounds. And then we go the vocal range. We give a bellow. Lip sputter now. So the lip sputter. High pitch to low pitch. To the side, to the back. Drop one of these. Alright. And do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. So all the way down to soprano, went all the way up to tenor, all the way straight up to head voice chest. Right? Alright, so straight up, straight down. Okay. So that's the chest voice, and that is the head voice, and this is the chest voice. Speaking from the diaphragm, the chest voice. And now we have to practice reading. So we sit down. Okay. And we'll crack open. No, we don't do reading yet. So we practice the learning. And when we have to do learning, so active recall and spaced repetition. What did we read yesterday? Or what did we learn yesterday? So the most important thing I want to recall from yesterday is a new drug from Johns Hopkins. The Johns Hopkins Encyclopedia, we learned about, I believe, Ipra something. I can't remember the name. It's Ipra something bromide, and it's a drug for treating, in addition to albuterol, COPD. So, I mean, COPD, which is compulsive obstructive pulmonary disorder, as well as asthma, but primarily with chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, which is a disease that includes, so we're trying to recall as much as we can, we learned, includes diseases such as emphysema and chronic bronchitis, which is the inflammation, long-term inflammation of the lungs, broken down into 3 stages, a medical diagnosis. 3-stage COPD. It starts off with difficulty breathing. Symptoms include fatigue, a swelling of, not swelling, but a constriction and obstruction of the lungs through the overproduction of mucus. And it gets progressively worse and worse over especially age. The highest risk factor for chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, COPD, is smoking and aging, particularly smoking. In fact, I believe the statistic there was about roughly 80 to 90% of people who suffer from COPD were smokers. So now, what the drug specifically, I can't remember the name, so I have to. So this is something about active recall and spaced repetition. If you forget something, like me right now, I've made a mistake, I've forgotten something, I have to pull out the drug and correct myself, and then I have to look away and test myself, because the whole thing about active recall and spaced repetition is being able to test yourself so that you learn. So we're going to pull up the drug name. I know it starts with the IPRA, so IPRA something. IPRA, we're looking for I. Give me about 5 seconds here. Look away. Ipratropium bromide. Say it 3 times. Ipratropium bromide. Ipratropium bromide. Okay. Put the book away. So ipratropium bromide acts on the airways by relaxing the bronchioles, or the bronchus of the lungs. And I believe it acts as an antagonist to acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter that constricts the airways within the lungs. So by acting as an antagonist that inhibits acetylcholine, or I'm not sure if it's competing. Let me I have to remind myself of the mechanism, how the drug works. So let's read. Ipratropium bromide inhibits the cough reflex by blocking the activity of acetylcholine, a chemical that in the lungs causes the smooth muscles surrounding the airways to constrict. Therefore, when inhaled, ipratropium bromide causes the airways to widen, or what's it called? What do you call it? Bronchodilation. All right, I have to remember that. So I'm free to remember that. It inhibits the cough reflex by acting against acetylcholine. It can probably do this in different ways that I need to be more specific about. It's either a competing agent, so for example, I remember this from back in university. You can have competing cell signaling molecules and neurotransmitters that take up the binding sites on enzymes that would, on your cells, which would release a cellular signaling cascade, eventually leading the upstream effect, of course, constricting the airways. But it starts off with, you could inhibit by having, say, ipratropium bromide might bind to the enzymes instead of acetylcholine, thereby preventing acetylcholine from binding. And it might be binding in a way that does not activate the enzymes. So that's one way. It can be a competing inhibitor, antagonist. It can also just bind acetylcholine, right? You could bind acetylcholine and not bind the binding sites. And I think that makes more sense, because then the enzymes are free. If you have something that binds to the same binding sites on the enzyme or the protein's structures that would lead down to a cell signaling cascade, I would assume that might lead to constriction of the airways. So that's not what we're looking for. Okay. So that's ipratropium bromide. Again, to review, we now have 3 drugs down. We have albuterol for treating asthma. We have acetaminophen for the analgesic for fever relievant and pain relievant, acting on the prostaglandins, inhibitor of the prostaglandins. And we have now ipratropium bromide, which acts against the cause reflex by inhibiting a neurotransmitter acetylcholine, which causes the smooth muscles in the airways, which is, I'm cheating here, I'm cheating a little bit, somewhat, because I just read it, but at least I'm not looking at it. It constricts the airways. Okay. Now, there were some details to the side. I remember that there were some general severe side effects that I can't remember, such as tightness of the chest, difficulty breathing, but I don't remember exactly what, so we're going to put that to the side. It's not too important. Now, is there another drug that we should be aware of? Ibuprofen. So why don't we learn about ibuprofen? The brand name, the generic name for ibuprofen, it's an active ingredient in Advil. So I do remember that. So let's search up ibuprofen. And the main reason why it's just kind of like we're just learning. We're just kind of making it seem kind of like aesthetic pleasing. So we have 2 A's, so we'll have 2 I's. We have albuterol and acetaminophen. Now we're going to have ipratropium. What's the name? Ipratropium. 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 I keep using PR. Ipratropium. Ipratropium bromide, 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 ipratropium, 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 ipratropium bromide. Practice makes perfect. Ipratropium bromide. Now we're going to go ipratropium as well as ibuprofen. So let's search up ibuprofen. So we switch over to ibuprofen. It's my IB. So for Advil, right? So ipratropium bromide starts with the I's. Oh, yo, there are so many drugs here that sound familiar to me because I used to be imidazole. Is it here? Imidazole? Ah, it's not here. Imipamine. What? Where's imidazole? Damn it. Fine. Hydroxyquinone. Oh, hydroxychloroquine. Hydrocortisone. Oh, we have to search on methylsalicylate. It's gotta be here, I swear. Methylsalicylate. Methylsalicylate. Because we're using that against our face right now, right? Are we? Hold on. I can't bend my neck. Put on the glasses. I'm too excited. I'm getting back posture. Glasses. The book is too heavy. I can't keep it to my face. Methyl. It's not here. Fine. Salicylic acid. Because it's methyl salicylate, but the active ingredient is salicylic acid. So we're going to look for salicylate. Hopefully it's here. Salicylic acid. Shit. It's not here. No, we don't have it. Scopolamine system. No. They don't have it. They don't have some. Oh, fine, whatever. Ibuprofen then. This is the problem with an outdated text. This is 2003, so I'm pretty sure we would have it here. Ibuprofen. Used to treat to moderate Used to treat mild to moderate. Let's read it with an accent. Principal uses. Used to treat mild to moderate pain and inflammation caused by tendinitis, arthritis, bursitis, gout, soft tissue injuries, migraine, and other vascular headaches, menstrual cramps, and other conditions. It is also used to reduce fever. How the drug works. Let's use a male announcer now. NSAIDs work by interfering with the formation of prostaglandins, substances that cause inflammation and make nerves more sensitive to pain impulses. Non-steroidal agents also have other modes of action that are less well understood. So I have to remember what NSAIDs are. Non-steroidal something, inhibitory drugs. Non-steroidal something inhibitory drugs. Non-steroidal something. I can't remember. NSAID. NSAIDs work by interfering with the formation of prostaglandins, substances that cause inflammation and make the nerves more sensitive to pain impulses. NSAIDs also have other modes of action that are less well understood. That sounds very similar to acetaminophen, honestly. So I'm not learning anything new about mechanisms here, it seems. Side effects: shortness of breath or wheezing, with or without swelling of legs, other signs of heart failure, chest pain, peptic ulcer disease with vomiting of blood, black tarry stools. Why is that a sign of blood? Right, coagulated blood. Decreasing kidney function, so that's a sign of stomach damage. Interesting. So there's a difference between ibuprofen here as well and acetaminophen. Of course, in the principal use, ibuprofen is also used to treat arthritis, tendinitis, all sorts of chronic inflammation. Ibuprofen is clearly much more powerful, which is why usually they have a lot more precautions about taking Advil than they do with Tylenol. Although both of them have chief severe side effects. Another difference between, so it's good to compare and contrast. So this is one of the ways you learn. You learn by teaching and educating on what you've learned, by summarizing and reorganizing the information in your head, going to sleep with that information, coming up, providing an what's that called? Incubation time. Yes, there we go. It's called incubation time. So you provide an incubation time, which is basically the same thing as spaced repetition for you to consolidate information retroactively. All right. But another way to learn, of course, is to compare and contrast. So what are the similarities and differences between ibuprofen, which is used to treat, things like fever and stuff like that, and acetaminophen, which is also used to treat things like fever. It's a pain relievant. So, of course, ibuprofen is used to treat also a wide range of other diseases involving chronic pain, such as arthritis, tendinitis, pain in the joints, also gout. That was not mentioned with acetaminophen. In terms of side effects, ibuprofen also differs because for some reason here, we take a look at the serious side effects, it does not include jaundice. So for whatever reason, ibuprofen will not necessarily, or is not known commonly to lead to liver damage. It doesn't lead to liver damage, unlike acetaminophen, which is processed from the liver and does lead to liver damage. However, it is still dangerous because there are black tarry stools, which means that there's blood in the digestive tract. Somewhere along the way, a severe side effect of overdosing on ibuprofen will lead to blood in your stools and bleeding somewhere along the gastrointestinal tract. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, heartburn, diarrhea, constipation, headache, dizziness, and sleepiness. Okay. Hazards: do not drive until you determine out dosage, disease. So here's a good practical application. So we're going to speed read and we're going to do chunking right now because this information is not that useful for me, right? Learning how ibuprofen works, so the mechanism, as well as what it treats, so what diseases, the diagnosis, as well as its side effects, so its complications, is important. What is not so important to me is, because I'm not applying it right now, learning the dosage, learning the onset of the effect, some precautions. I don't need to know that in any detail. Food interactions, disease interactions. So this is a good time to practice speaking and narrating female and male voice actors, accents, British dialogue, Francais, Espanol, Russian, Dutch. We can do all that when we're reading aloud, actively learning things that are of use. But for things that are not that useful, we can practice speed reading. So we now have a way to conjoin our practice of speed reading and passive reading, so visual reading. Speed reading is passive, really. Speed reading is active. Speed reading along with oral reading. So visual reading versus auditory reading. Okay. So we're going to try to skim through the entire page, and that will take roughly 30 seconds, I believe. So 3, 2, 1, silence. Onset of effect. Okay, stop. So I digested a bunch of information and I had to actively recall it. So for example, the dosage of effect, I thought this was interesting. The dosage of effect, I mean the duration of effect. Ibuprofen starts taking effect within 30 minutes, so half an hour after you take ibuprofen or Advil. It will start acting, it's fast acting, half an hour. But that's only for, of course, things that have immediate chronic pain and fever. If you're talking about long-term diseases such as chronic pain with arthritis, it may take up to 3 weeks before you see any real benefits to taking ibuprofen when treating arthritis, tendinitis. We also learned about some limits. So as an adult, I was skimming through. There's a lot of information I didn't need to know in terms of dosages, like 200, 400 milligrams. But when it comes to ibuprofen for adults, the maximum dosage per day is 1,200 milligrams, or 1.2 grams per day. Okay, back to the reading. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shh. Stopping the drug. Prolonged use. Precautions. All right, stop. Perfect. Okay, we can speak again. So several things we learned. So stopping the drugs, prolonged use, and precautions. When it comes to precautions, it didn't mention anything about driving. Just make sure that you don't take it without finding out what are the side effects. Another precaution to have is alcohol. Do not take ibuprofen with alcohol. It doesn't say why. It just says avoid it. Oh, it does say why. It may increase the risk of stomach irritation. So I forgot about that. I did not remember that. I did not retain that information at all while speed reading. What I did retain is when it comes to, let's say here, is prolonged use. The reason why there are certain side effects, symptoms of side effects include a lot of gastrointestinal things like, blood in the stools, and tarry stools, black pitted stools, is because it really does. Ibuprofen can damage your gastrointestinal tract. So it mentions here kidney dysfunction, liver inflammation, stomach ulceration and bleeding, intestinal ulceration and bleeding. So that's just having a hole, having a hole in your stomach. That's the best way I can put it. And then there's a last part here. So maybe you can read the last one out loud. Overdose. Symptoms: severe nausea, vomiting, headache, confusion, and seizures. What to do? Call your ER, Emergency Medical Services, EMS. Drug interactions. Do not take this drug with aspirin or any other NSAIDs, non-steroidal drugs without your doctor's approval. In addition, consult your doctor if you are taking antihypertensives, steroids, anticoagulants, antibiotics, itraconazole or ketoconazole, plicamycin, penicillamine, valproic acid, phenytoin, cyclosporin, digitalis drugs, lithium, methotrexate, probenecid, triantaramine, and zidovudine. I have no idea what those names of the drugs mean. Doesn't matter. Moving on. We're just reading. Let's do it with British accent. Russian accent. Food interactions. Disease interactions. Consult your doctor if you have any of the following: bleeding problems, inflammation or ulcers in the stomach and intestines, diabetes mellitus, systemic lupus, erythematosus, anemia, asthma, epilepsy, Parkinson's disease, kidney stones, or a history of heart disease or alcohol abuse. Use of ibuprofen may cause complications in patients with liver or kidney disease, since these organs work together to remove the medication from the body. So, in fact, ibuprofen can damage the liver, but it's not known to have that kind of effect as much as acetaminophen is. So, it does in fact affect the kidneys and the liver, as well as the gastrointestinal tract. That's it. Perfect. All right, we're done. Let's get out of here. If there's more stuff to recall, I don't remember this. There's not really much else to recall. The plan for today is to go out there and do employment stuff. So at this part of the stream, we're going to be much more quiet, and we don't have much to speak. We don't have to practice speaking or rehearsing anything. So it's just going to be mostly me doing things. So let's get ready to leave. So what do we have to do? Employment. We have 3 sources of employment, right? We already are employed. Right now, I actually have an employer, so I'm technically allowed to work right now. I also have an agency upline and also have a direct hire. So 1, 2, 3. One of those is finished. The other 2 is not quite finished. And when I say finished, I don't mean that's the end of it. It means that I require follow-up, but I've done everything on my end. The rest is for the agent to contact me. So let's go. My leg. I've been sitting too long. Hold on. Shit. Wait, my leg. Fuck. Shit. Okay. Alright. Okay. Shit. Alright, back up. So we're ready to leave. Let's get ready to leave. We don't have a lot of time to spend outside today, unfortunately, because we woke up so late. We slept for 15 hours. So let's take this out. Put this aside. Put this down. Also, I want a big thank you to my maternal guardians, my mother. This is a avocado shake, and it's gone black all over the top. It's gone a little bit black, sorry, all over the top, because it's the iron, right, gets oxidized. Chemist. Very nice to have this after a workout, because replenish the body, whatever. outside. Switch my pants so you can't watch this. Hair. It's gonna go silent for at least 3 to 5 minutes. All right. So there's gonna be no noise basically for the next 5 minutes. Let's get dressed. Okay. Last one over top. It's kind of difficult to get the hair right. It's a bend. Yeah. Okay, let's put this over the top. And that's it. Beautiful. Okay, pull it over. Okay, so we got the lab coat on. I'm just gonna suck a dick for fucking cares about her. Put this over around. Slam dunk. Right? Over 1, 2, cross, and 3. And pull up, cross the pants. And, cross, zip up. Okay. Cross. That's it. All right. Put on the foam and everything. So now we're ready. You can see it now. You can really see it now. 1, 2. Put it aside. Not quite there. And put this inside. Plug in. Left. Back belt. Right. Drop leg. Around. Clip over all the way down. So several things. This kind of Make sure that the ear side is clean. Again, the waist, abdominals, not the neck, not the shoulder. Move this up. Do not accommodate for the neck and the shoulder. Do not accommodate for lower back, shoulder, or the neck. Do not use your neck, shoulders, and lower back should not accommodate. It should be your abdominal muscles and the environment around you, the tools and the props that accommodate. They accommodate for your neck, shoulder, and lower back posture. That's how it works. Put this over the ears. Put this over the head. I'm gonna go wipe my face a little bit. It's all right. And maybe add some milk to the avocado. No, we can't do that. Oh, can we? Yeah, we can. We can do that. Where's it? Put it down. Yeah. Okay. Put this around our wrists. Put on the socks. And almost ready to go. The sandals are disgusting, the floor is disgusting, but whatever. My feet are fucking disgusting. I haven't taken a shower in like 3 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the avocado drink downstairs as well as a canister of water. I'm going to wash my hands, wash my face, add some milk to the avocado drink, put it in the fridge, put some water into the canister of water, and bring it back upstairs. That's what we'll do. So it's like 4, 5, 6 things. Dressed a little bit. Just a little bit. While we're at it, we just might as well put this into the, I don't know, this is just recyclable, it's like trash. So that's 7 and 8. We'll also bring an oat drink downstairs. We've had too much of that. Don't need that. Put that into the fridge. let me wipe something down. So we did 9 things. Let's put this down right there. I know there's a spot from the drink. Alright, so we also ate curry. Wash hands, face, put the drink, avocado filled with milk in the fridge, refill the water, eat some curry, and then that's everything. And now, what we'll do is we're getting ready to go out to the library. No, to the library. The library comes after the 2 employment sources first, and then we go to the library. So let's get ready. We're also going to grab a banana, toss it into the bag, and then get ready to leave. And that's all right. Okay. I think that's everything. Okay. So at this point, we can also turn the light off. I don't think we'll need that anymore. Turn that off. Let me check the battery on this thing. So battery says 40%. So we should probably charge the phone. But if we can do that, what we can do is leave the phone running until roughly 6 hours will be more than enough. So when we run the live stream, we usually plug in the charger onto the phone to make sure that the phone doesn't die off during our sleeping schedule. But the thing is, we can actually use that as our moment to recharge the batteries. So what I'll do is, I see that the phone right now is at 40%. Normally, if it's another device, I would charge it in while away outside, and then when I come back, the phone's ready for use. But because of the predicament here, such that we leave the phone running on stream for 6 hours, we can actually coordinate it by allowing it to charge while it's live streaming. So we can do that. And another thing we should do is before we leave, I can't allow myself to forget several things that I've updated in fitness, as well as the battery here. Let's pull up the phone. So we said that we've made quite a few alterations over to the what's it called? The fitness. Maybe 6 ideas here we want to log down. So the first, and we don't have the laptop. We don't have the laptop open. We don't need the laptop open. The first thing we'll do is turn over to the side here and provide walking. No. We'll go over here and we'll write down. So first of all, columns. So a very simplified form of management. Columns across for major domains. At least 10, right? At least 50 maybe. And will involve, it's like a table involving what do you call, you could have fitness, but you could also have like politics. So like city council, fitness, you have council. We also have like different organizations. So each one has an organization. We have the church, right? We have council. We have the church. Well, I don't know if city council works. So government, really. We have government. We have the church. Govern. We have council. We have the church. Fitness. What is another major one? So we just have it like that. And then we have the side business. For example, we have the project. We can be more specific. We could put it like For example, Coffee. Coffee is the name of the platform that retains income. Next one down. So now we're moving on towards fitness. So obviously we haven't applied this yet, but we will have to at least try to apply this across the board forwards, create a table for all these different areas. So fitness. We have the stand up straight. Right, so we can put 4 quadruple ankle weights on a single leg. And then we can use that as 2 different exercises, really. Exercises. Left, right, and together. We can also have another change was what? Right, grip strength training. And two variations. Diamond and perpendicular angles. Right. And then we have the note on battery. So about live streaming, we can charge device charging while the battery's off. While it's live streaming. Live stream, and we don't charge it during the live stream. Charge battery. So that's 40% right now. We just put an arbitrary number in there for memorization. It's just easier to remember stuff when you have a mix of numbers. When you incorporate numbers into a text field, that's a little bit of difference. So 40% battery during the live stream. That helps. And we can do that as opposed to having it off stream. Or really opposed when we're outside. So we don't need to charge it while we're outside. We can charge it while we're sleeping on the stream. Right? So that kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It's like one less thing you have to do before you leave anyways. There's one more thing that I've forgotten. I think this one has to do with posture, so I'm going to move that up there. So posture squats. Okay. We can do the posture and mix it up. Posture against the wall. And mix it up with a squat, because I hate doing squats. That's the main difficulty with me, right? It provides me an incentive, right? Mixed with a squat. Mixed with a squat. It's a supported squat, right? Squat position. Low as possible. It's really like 4x different things. So you reach as high as you can, and you go as far down as you can. Okay. Supported squat position. So it provides an incentive for me to do a squat, because I generally just don't like doing squats. I generally hate. I really dislike. I really don't like. I hate doing squats, and it's because of the burn. It's that there's so much pain when it comes down to my thighs. So it shows how weak my legs are in that particular muscle group. But I have to do them if I want to properly rollerblade. So that's just getting something right. supported squat position. Now it's much easier to do, I say it's a supported squat because obviously my lower back is against the wall. It's not really a full squat. So, okay, nice. That's kind of everything that we have so far. We also should enter right now quickly before we leave some food we had. So it's like a CDFG Domest because it's from our guardians and it's very nice. It's like TSMR. Some fish balls. It's like coconut, carrots, green curry all together. Very nice. That's that. So that being said, we're going to leave now. We only have 3 hours to be outside, then we have to return and try to go to sleep. It's going to be very difficult. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we've got to try. Sunshine. Oh, that's nice. I got a message from a house shepherd. Okay. So I did my first prayer on behalf of someone else. Is it? Isn't that really shows me the kind of, it really shows what kind of person I am right now, right? I would pray for someone else, but I would not pray for myself. And I would not pray directly to God. So that also shows a bit of myself too, until I'm really prompted to, such as when it's the well-being, the welfare of somebody else. I don't really have my priorities straight, because you should really look after yourself too. Which is interesting. I have to mention that I actually did download the Bible app. Yeah, it's here. It's right here. The app is downloaded. I don't mind showing you this. So the Holy Bible. And I haven't opened it. Let's open it now. Take a couple screenshots of the app. Something new. Something I'm learning about. And I believe I have to log in, so. Okay. There's also a community tab. Interesting. It's clear to me that this is an app that is, it's huge. It's got has a lot of different things to include. Discover, the pursuit. Wow. How to study the Bible. Over 250,000 completions. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Put it down. To the side. I'm an agnostic person learning about religion. All right. So, ready? Let's get geared up and ready to leave. Sorry, that made me a little bit giddy. Just getting a good message from someone I really like. Right? He's a great person. He's a great person. So it's nice to have a proper support group. So that's that. Here. Let me check the weather before we go. I always forget to do this. This is something that's really bugging me. I should always have at least one tab open over to the weather, because I'm supposed to check the weather every single time before I leave, and I never get myself to do that. So, weather is sunny. Okay. Alright, let's get ready to leave. We can look at the location for the employer and then the agency that I'm employed to. And I want to also maybe check my email. Maybe get some stuff, and then we'll have to return very quickly. So it's not going to be a long day outside most of the day today is going to be spent indoors, which is all right. All right. So let's end this right here. Journey into this. To the psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, obstacles in our lives, as well as a self-improvement process to reach high school ambitions we have set for ourselves, as well as those around us. I hope that you become a strong, disciplined, responsible individual capable of, hope is not the best word here. I hope and look forward. I look forward to you acting on. I hope and look forward to you actively becoming a strong, disciplined, responsible individual capable of taking care of the negative aspects in life, such as chronic disease, abusive relationships, lack of motivation or discipline, or suicidal thoughts, and so on and so forth, as well as the positive aspects in life, such as doing something spectacular for your significant other, your spouse, or if you have grandkids, your grandkids, reaching a long-term career, software engineering, civil engineering, whatever you want to go for, and so on and so forth, as well as finding purpose in your life and fulfillment. And strong, disciplined, responsible individual, but I also mean a well-rounded, I'm still looking for adjectives, a well-rounded, well-socialized, I can't find the right words for this. We have to consider what words we'll be using for this, but you get the idea. A better team player. How about let's put it that way? Let's hope you're a better team player for yourself, for your friends group, your community, your workplace, society in general. And this is our signing out. So peace, and I'll catch you in about 8 hours. Probably in about 8 hours we'll start the next stream with a sleep, rest, recovery. We don't do anything there. You can just listen to music when we do that. So a sleep stream. And I'll see you then. So this is our signing out. Ciao. That's it.